Really? Okay. Let's see how long I've been recording for. I've been recording for a little bit. I think maybe I'll call quits in a moment. New. J. Homestead. Rovers respect me now. So now I can get stuff with them as well. And actually, wait. Let's go have a look at the rewards here. I can buy some new stuff here. A relic, Blade Sworn Talisman. A symbol of expertise in the art of wielding two melee weapons at the same time. 10% chance of 36 to 55 physical damage, plus 12% physical, plus 12% elemental damage. And 13 to offensive ability, as well as 12% pierce resistance. And the skill granted by it is Mutilate. Mutilates your target with 3 quick attacks, causing heavy bleeding. This is a melee dual-wielding technique that activates off of default weapon attacks. Also enables the ability to dual-wield melee weapons. 10% chance to be used. 100% melee. It's 100% main hand damage. 183 to 969 in my case. 151 physical damage, 243 bleed damage over 3 seconds, and random stats. Probably was wondering, does that mean I could dual wield, a two-hander? Probably not. I can grab some gear from here now. None of it's set gear. Sadly, they don't have their own little set going on. But it is some nice gear. It is a bit expensive though. Gunslinger's Talisman, not too good for me. Rotting Heart. Alongside Silence Heart, shriveled with necromantic power. Plus 9% chaos damage, plus 9% poison damage, 6 offensive ability, and 29 acid retaliation. You need an Aether Crystal, Roiling Blood, a Frozen Heart, and a mutagenic Ichor. Devil's Cord. 5 scrap and a ward stone. It's not great. The overguard thing is nice, though it's only 10% chance when hit. Then again, I think the overguard I had previously was only I think it may still be here. Might have gotten rid of it. I've actually no idea. But anyway, it's the overguard thing I had was only if I got critted, but I can't be sure. Don't even remember what it was on. It might have been a medal, but I have no idea. Silver core bolts. It's a partial component recipe. 1 piercing damage, plus 4% to all damage. 7 reduced target's defensive ability for 5 seconds, and plus 5% damage to Chondix, or however you say it. But it's only used on guns, bows, and offhand caster offhands. Aether Soul. A stone vibrating with energy, often left behind by ethereal beings destroyed in the material plane. So anyway, that helm isn't bad. Yes, it has less health than what the other thing has, and won't give me any physique. But this is kind of nice in that it will boost my physical damage by 21%, and my internal trauma damage by 18%. I think I do have a bit of that. I actually don't have any trauma damage. That's disappointing. Regardless, 254 hit health, 12 offensive ability, and plus 17% to all retaliation damage. It also has a 5% chance on attack to trigger Earthquake, Create a fissure at the targeted area, slowing and stunning any enemies caught within it. 3-second skill recharge, 3-second duration, 3-meter radius. So the moment it stops, it can start right over again. 217 physical damage, 217 physical damage, 218 eternal trauma over 2 seconds. 25% chance of stun target for 0.5 seconds. 33% chance. 33% slower target movement for 2 seconds. So that's very nice. Devil's Chorus. I'll stick with what I have. Devil's Spaulders. I would actually be tempted in upgrading to them, though I do like Guardian's Will. Actually, the Devil's Shoulder Guards might be better. Well, they're better than the Spaulders, but the Shoulder Guards. 30 defensive ability, 5 health regenerated per second, increases health regen by 9%, and armor by 5%. And there's 5% physical resistance, and 1 to overguard. There's Devil's Cover, but I would choose the other thing over it. Devil's Waist Guard, Devil's Cudgel, Kasparov, his attention ever consumed by his experiments, accidentally stumbled upon a use for the eyes of ethereal overseers when he tried to turn one into an explosive. It's an augment applied to rings and amulets. Plus 30% lightning damage, plus 10% stun duration, plus 25 offensive ability, and 15% aether resistance. Ally Savior. When allies are few, an animal companion can prove to be the only true friend. Gives you 12% elemental resistance and 15% damage to your pet. 15% all damage to your pet, and 12% extra health. Very nice. Very good. Devil's Girdle and Empowered Defender of Devil's Crossing, an epic shield, and it has a 33% chance on block, so a bit under a third of every block. Every block will trigger Seismic Blast. Seismic force erupts around you, damaging and knocking down nearby foes. 3-second recharge, 4-meter radius, 33% of main hand damage, 534 to 811 physical damage, 1050 internal trauma over 2 seconds, and knock down target for 1.2 seconds to 2.2 seconds. But all this stuff requires level 70 stuff. Just to keep in mind. So yeah. But anyway, I have access to this stuff now, and definitely I would want this help. And I'm also rather tempted by these shoulders. While they won't give me Guardian's Will, I might get better health regen, honestly. And it wouldn't only be when I would drop below 35% health. And wait, I can't even use Guardian's Will now anyway. It requires a shield. Can I be honest? I forgot that note. So we'll grab this, slap them on. Regrettably, the Devil's Chorus is chorus, or however it's said, is inferior, seemingly, to the Doomforge breastplate. 7 piercing damage, plus 14% piercing damage, plus 43 offensive ability, plus 3% offensive ability, and 14% pierce resistance. So you have a 14% resistance to pierces. Then again, that's just a rare chest armor. Here's the rare heavy chest armor, and it's very interesting. 507 health, 36 defensive ability, 5 health regenerated per second, increases health regeneration by 12, and physical resistance by 5%. The non-heavy armor is more of an offensive thing. The heavy armor is a very defensive bit of gear, and I'm quite near to using it, I would say. 419. I've 371. I am pretty close, really. Though it will take a few levels up, I guess. Unless I have some bit of gear slapped on that boosts my boosts my other thing, my physique. But I don't think I have anything that could boost it enough, you know? You know, these boots almost kind of go well with the these, at least color-wise. They're somewhat close, somewhat. Depends on the angle. Okay, let's hop over to here and go to Broken Hills. I will only be playing for a moment longer. Regrettably, I am quite tired. Older cave here. Let's go over this way. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Regardless. Ooh, all of these are gone. Thank you again, you saved many lives. Glad I could help. Cool. Thank you, you've done us all great service. Glad I could help. I'll sleep easier knowing that Psychopath is eating dirt. I may not be a good man, but I have limits, and the things that Cronley did is enough to turn your stomach. It was. He's neutral, apparently. I heard that Darius is dead. I'm glad we're on the same side in this conflict. Farewell. And here is the Rover Keeper of Artifacts. And I could... well, I could possibly grab something nice off of him. You know, like mix and match the gear sets kind of thing. Okay, that's you got my interest. Rwani Kuras. I think I'm saying that right. Kuras Plateau. Shakuras. 21 physique and 50 spirit. Certainly I'm getting actually 2 points less physique, and I will be losing a bit of health, a bit of damage, but my pets will be made burlier. But I'm hesitant to weaken myself over my pets. The pets can be respawned, and while I will too, it's more of a nuisance to get me back into the fight than to get them back into the fight. For me to get them back into the fight, I do 5. Thank you. 8. And job done. To get me back into the fight, it's, you know, it's much more of a nuisance. Mark of Mogredin. A secret mark worn by druidic worshippers of Mogredin, the beast god. Plus 1% health, 3 health regenerated per second, increases health regeneration by 2%, and 1% movement speed. It's quite nice. 3 Aether shards, a mark of the traveler, and a ward stone. A vengeful wraith. A spirit of vengeance. Plus 4% cold damage, plus 8% frostburn damage with 5% increased duration, 2 of offensive ability, and 20 cold retaliation. Rani spell codex, it's not a fan thing. Rani cord, the belt. Curse of frailty, chaos damage, vitality damage, crit damage, random stats. And when you crit, you have a 25% chance, so 1 in 4 chance of leaving off a doom bolt, which is a 5-second recharge, 1.5 meter target area. Does 429 vitality damage, 576 chaos damage, and a 6 to 18% reduction to enemies' health. And Restless Remains. You take an Aether Crystal and Ectoplasm, and you make Restless Remains. 1% of attack damage converted to health, 60 energy, and 3% casting speed. Plus 3% casting speed. You can also make a Runestone, which is a Aether Crystal and a Ward Stone. Thing is, I have a Runestone, but I don't think I have a Ward Stone. Considering how easy it is for things to get jumbled up here, it would be nice if the devs introduced like a search bar of some sort. Regardless, nice back there. So anyway, no. I'm hesitant. Hesitant. No. That's bloody well tempting. That's also tempting. Boosts up pets, but I won't be able to get full advantage out of it. That boosts up pets, but I prefer what I have. That boosts up my hounds and all my pets, but this is such an improvement to me, you know? Ooh, excuse me. It's actually quite a hard choice. You know what? Feck it. Sword. Buy the boots. Put on the boots. Almost ending up with a bit of a clown suit here. I'm actually kind of broke now. I've spent most of my money buying some gear. Which is fine. If I'm a bit burlier now, I'm a bit burlier now. So now I have the Devil's Head Guard, the Devil's Shoulder Guard, Rwani Greaves, and that's actually all I bought. So, hopefully that'll make me a little bit burlier. Sadly, my minions are a little bit weaker now, but that, you know, I'll have to live with that. No points here. Okay, let's put a few points into Occultist. You know what? I'm fine with that. You know what? I'm actually perfectly fine with this. Just putting all 3 points into that. So. You know what? Let's go try out some of our new equipment, shall we? Then I'll call quits and, you know, record more next time. Not bad. Though I should activate 7 and 6. Little extra piercing, a little extra other chaos damage. You know where you would have been handy a moment ago? Saving your boss from me killing him. You know? Hopefully we're ahead of schedule, though in all honesty we're probably going to have to force back whatever beastie, you know, that Forgotten Evil. I can't remember what they called it. We're probably going to have to force that back ourselves. Like, actually, like, beat this living snot out of it. fair few materials down there. How did you burrow through the stone?